Hello students, I hope you all would be fine. And today we will be starting a poem, and that was third lesson. We were studying the prose portion till now. Now this poem we have to study. This is the third lesson of your poem, and its name is Lines Written in Early Spring. As the name suggests, spring is a season, and it is the spring season. And the lines written in early spring means when the spring season starts, the lines written by the poet, and the poet's name is William Wordsworth. We all know he is a well-known, renowned poet of England, and he was born in England, and he wrote many. His most of the poems are based upon the environment and the love towards nature, and he was also honored as the doctor of civil law. Honorary awards he was given. He was awarded honorary doctor of civil law degree from Durham University. So, and many more award he was given, and his his poems are his creations are mainly based upon the love towards the nature, his the concern to the environment. Upon those issues his poems are based. We will study the word meaning first. Blended means if I am relating something, relating myself to something in a very harmonious mood, in a very calm mood, and it is just linking to our inner soul, that is called blending, to relate harmoniously. Groove means forested area. Reclined, if I am sitting on a sofa set, if I am sitting on a chair, and I am leaning myself, my back on the side of the sofa, so that is called leaning means to lean or lie back, that is called reclined. Grieved means to feel great sorrow. Primrose tufts means it is a type of flower, a yellow type of flower, and it is a cluster of flowers. So many flowers are small flowers. They grow in a plant. Bower means the shelter of the plant, the leafy shelter, leaf-like shelter, green leaf-like shelter, that is called bower. Periwinkle is also a flower, a glossy blue flower plant. And wreaths means a circular band of flowers. We often see when someone great personality dies, the great leaders like our prime minister and other leaders, they go and they offer the wreaths on the before them. So that is called wreaths. The circular band of flowers, that is called wreaths. So this was the word meanings. Let us come on the poem. I heard 1,000 blended notes. The poet is saying, I heard 1,000 blended notes. Blended means a voice, something to which we can connect ourselves by our inner soul. I heard 1,000 blended notes. While in a groove, I sat reclined. He is saying that while I was sitting in a groove in a forested area, groove means forested area. I sat reclined means leaning back towards a tree or something, and I was connecting myself to something. And what he was connecting, he would have connected himself to the nature. That is a blended note for him. In that sweet mood, when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. And he is saying that I was sitting in a very sweet mood. My mood was very good, but suddenly sad thoughts came in my mind. Suddenly sad thoughts started to emerge in my mind. To her fair words did nature link the human soul that through me ran. He is saying that the nature has linked herself to the human being in such a beautiful way, and that connected me with the nature. And much it grieved my heart to think what man has what man has made of man. And he is saying that I felt sorrow, I became sad that nature has given us such a good thing that we can sit in a calm environment and link ourselves with our inner self. But this has given to us by nature. But what man has made for man? Man has nothing made for man himself. So he is thinking, nature has given me so many things, but what man has made for ourselves? Nothing. And this thing is giving pain to the writer. Through primrose tufts in that green bower. Primrose tufts means a cluster of short stalked yellow flowers. Means through primrose tufts, a cluster of yellow flowers in that green bower. Bower means the leafy shade of that plant. So he is saying that through primrose tufts in that green bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and in it's that flower, the periwinkle, the blue flower, it has circled a wreath, it has made a circular band around that primrose tufts, that yellow flower. And it's my faith that every flower enjoy the air it breathes. And he is saying that I think that every flower which has been bloomed on the plant, that uh, it enjoys the breath. It has the breath of the air. It enjoys every moment of the nature. The birds around me hopped and played. He is also seeing the birds around himself, and whose they are hopping and playing and singing, and means chirping and flying. He is seeing the birds also, how nicely they are enjoying the nature. Their thoughts I cannot measure. He is saying that I cannot measure the thoughts, what the birds are thinking, I cannot understand, but I can see that they are enjoying the nature. They are singing, they are chirping, they are flying. But the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. Means he is saying that what they are making the motion in the environment, that makes me thrill of that pleasure. It is pleasant to see that thing, that the birds are hopping here and there, but it is creating a thrill in myself. Why? Because this has been given to us by nature, but what man has made, man is nothing. The budding twigs spread out their fan. Budding twigs means suppose that if a plant is there and a new type of small branch is grew out of the plant, that is called budding twigs. Means a very small branch of that plant. The budding twigs spread out their fan. Means the budding twigs, the branches which are growing from the plant, they are spreading out their fan to catch the breezy air. And suppose that we can understand that budding twig is catching the air which is blowing for her enjoyment, or for his breathe, for his pleasantness, that is taking the breezy air. And I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. And I am thinking that certainly there is a pleasure. That is why these trees are enjoying, these birds are enjoying, these plants are enjoying, these flowers are enjoying. Everybody in the nature is enjoying. Why? Because there is certainly a pleasant thing that has been created by the nature. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, he is saying that if such type of good belief, a nice belief, a nice feeling can be sent by the nature, and if this is the nature's holy plan, means the nature's plan is so good that its planning is that everybody of the earth should enjoy the nature. Have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? He is saying that then why I should not feel sorrow, why I should not feel sad, that what man has made for man. Man has made nothing. Man is saying that I come from civilized society. He is sitting in a unnatural place, in a building, in a air conditioned room. That is not the nature's call. So man is nothing in front of nature. That is why he is saying that what God has gifted us and what man has made, there is a lot of difference, and that is why he is feeling sorrow of it. So this was his concern about nature, his love about nature, and he has written it in the early spring when he was sitting in the garden. So that is the central idea and the explanation of the poem. Rest thing I will try to send you in the PDF format. Thank you and thanks for watching.